Well, hello there, guys. Welcome back to Oriental Empires. If you want to see the rest of the series and you're new to this series, you definitely want to click the playlist down below and check out the rest of what we've got here. Right now, of course, we are just getting over the fight with the rebels, and it was a nasty fight, guys. It really was. But we finally retook Chengdu. Now we just have to hold it for a few turns, but we still have other problems. Namely, our economy's not doing great, to say the least. And we're also still at war with two different factions, the Zhu and the Chu. Both of them are at war with us now. We do have our loyal vassal still helping, but it's not looking good for the vassal. So I think what I'm actually going to do here is try and relieve some of the economic stress on my people. We can build roads now, as somebody mentioned, which is really, really helpful. But we can't build roads with, for instance, bandits all over the place. We've got to deal with those and finish them off. I'm not going to be attacking them yet, but once they get into the territory, I probably will. And we've got to decide what units we're going to get rid of. So I'm actually even thinking getting rid of this cavalry unit, but it's already ranked up, so it's going to be very useful, I think, later in our game. So I think right now there's not really any units we can get rid of. Even the unit that has a faction leader in it over here, we can't get rid of these units because if he gets into a battle, we're going to be in a serious bit of jeopardy. Over here in this army, though, it's pretty well trained. That's the frustrating thing. I guess I could go ahead and disband this guy. So we'll disband him, but we'll keep the nobles, as well as two of the spearmen. And these guys have really good skills, so I'm going to go ahead and keep them. I'm heading, of course, to our capital of P. The last thing I want is for that to fall. Let's end the turn and see what happens. Battle of Zedong, and I'm guessing that's going to be up here for sure. So our faction leader, he's pretty badly damaged from the campaigns he's been on. I'm not sure if his men can defend him or if he's going to get killed. He very well might get killed here, guys. And unfortunately, that's just the way things go in ancient China here. If we can't beat them ourselves, then of course they're going to kill us later. It looks like we've already lost one of our charioteers, and I'm hoping that our nobles can fight off this peasant band, but it doesn't look like they can, and it looks like the peasants might be able to kill a faction leader here, which would be huge. Looks like he's charging in for one final charge. He believes in himself. You can see our guys, the nobles, obviously have more armor. They've got some interesting pickaxes that they're using as weapons now. I hope that we can eventually upgrade that, of course. But I'm hoping that we can beat the enemy. And it's actually looking somewhat promising now, but we may have lost our faction leader. One of those chariots absolutely went down. And that means that either one of his guards died or he himself died, which would be very, very strange. Confusing situation, I should say, right now. So there we go. The rebels are running away. We did get a victory, but we lost a chariot, and I'm hoping that that chariot did not include our honorable faction leader. We're not in a position to be creating new faction leaders, and we also have to get the hell out of this area. So I'm hoping that they're going to continue towards Zedong. And in P, it looks like we still have some red eyebrow rebels here. They're not fighting, though, and we have an army over here basically entering the city. Although it looks like we are prepared for a siege, so maybe they are planning to attack. I don't think they're going to do very well. And to finish them off once and for all is almost certainly in our best interest. Come on, let's go, men. Oh no, the Zhu army is going to catch up with us. Oh, this is a problem, guys. I think the Zhu are going to catch up. The Battle of Zedong. Now we're going to have to turn north and fight the Zhu off as well. And obviously, now that we don't have a faction leader, he's definitely going to die in this battle. This is going to make things very, very complicated for us. We're going to actually fast forward here. And yes, they definitely killed him without a doubt. And once again, more Battle of Zedong. It's not over yet. The Zhu are still attacking, and they're actually getting to the city itself. So we're going to have to build up some defenses here. I think the only benefit of this situation is our economy might be somewhat better. Here we go. Your empire has grown large and become unwieldy to manage. No, vassal. Vassals that ask for land should be killed immediately. It's definitely a problem. We're going to go here into the... Well, first let's actually take a look at the news, because I'm sure, yep, sure enough, our faction leader died. Poor Wei Yi. He was definitely a loyal faction leader, around for a long time. And it looks like now Sun Shuang is our new faction leader. And this guy's actually really good in terms of his skills. So I'm thinking that this might be okay. It's an okay situation. I really want to attack with my force at P to assist these guys over here. But I can't do that right now. And we've actually got some bandits nearby, so we could try to beat them. But my biggest concern is that Zedong will fall. So I'm going to go ahead here, try to get some troops at Zedong. maybe some more nobles. There we go, 2. Yeah, baby. That's a lot of noble chariots. I'm hoping it's going to help us out here because the Zhou have quite a formidable army, and they are absolutely on the way here, guys. I'm going to do everything I can to take them out. In the meantime, I hope that we're still growing. Looks like over here we just got the ability to start growing some food in Wuyang, and let's see if we can do it in Jiameng. We already have quite a lot of farms actually being built, and over here, this place is in turmoil for one more turn. Remember, the Red Eyebrow Rebels took over this area, so the people are not exactly what you would call loyal to us at all. Let's go back, and actually I'm wondering if we should meet the enemy on the field of battle and leave Zedong open, or whether we should actually stay in the city. But I'm thinking that attacking is probably the right thing to do. And again, oh, it's a tough one. Alright, let's end the turn. Hope for the best here. And I'm almost certain they're going to attack Zedong. Wait, Battle of Dinjiang. There we go, they're in Zedong. Guys, you've got to defend this area. They're attacking us at P again. I think we're going to be able to hold the capital pretty easily. We have a lot of units there. What I'm less sure about is holding this wonderful city here of Zedong. Alright, the enemy's approaching. Men, hold your ground. These Zhou dogs will not cross into our land. There we go. We've got a nice little shield wall here, and it looks like we're killing a few of them. I don't think they have archers. No, they do. So the fact that they have archers means they can besiege us. And who knows? I mean, anything can happen here. I'm just hoping we can hold off at least for another turn. That would really help us out. They're even sending in their light archers, and I think our guys can turn these guys into dust. Those swords might look pretty scary, but the light archers are not good at fighting in close combat. You know, obviously they're they use missiles, they don't use swords usually. So these swords are pretty ineffective. You can see our guys just chomping through these guys. This is exactly what we want. They just got lucky and got one of our guys. But overall, we seem to be beating that group. Nonetheless, this siege is going on everywhere, so we have to keep that in mind as well. And I want to move back a bit, see if we have any fights elsewhere. Got those Red Eyebrow Rebels. They're just trying to basically commit suicide, I think. They know if they attack us, we're going to kill them. I think the idea is to die in glory. Let's see what's going on here. Alright, so we've held them off from the northern approach. And it looks like they've still got a few over here. Some Noble Axemen. So these are actually really good fighters. The Noble Axemen, I hope they don't attack, because they could actually do some damage. Oh wait, these are not Noble Axemen. How did I see that? These are just regular peasant archers. I think they're going to have to besiege us one more turn, but you can see all the bodies there. We have definitely killed the first wave of Zhou. And I'm sure this was just as damaging to them as it was to us. When we started this war, you know, we had gold in mind, we had more lands to conquer in mind, and we ended up with just a lot of money lost and a lot of men's lives lost, as well as even uprisings in settlements that were otherwise totally loyal. So you got to be careful with these wars. You know, we definitely overextended, I think, a little bit attacking these guys, and I'm hoping that we can beat them off. But it's going to take everything we have, and it's also going to take some new roads, some research, and just improvement of our overall situation. I might even go ahead and head into the diplomacy screen, see if there's any way I could work this situation out. And there we go. Enemy is setting up, but I don't think they're going to attack. Fascinating. So they're going to actually be outside the city here. We do still have these bandits. I'm going to have to send some guys in P against them. So let me go ahead and do that, and let's see what our money situation's like. Actually, it looks pretty good. We're just going to take peasants. So 4 peasants. I think this should be enough to destroy these guys. Jiameng, all these places look pretty good. I almost want to build a settler, but we're not in that position right now. One thing we must do is go to Zedong and probably go ahead and, just to be safe, get another unit. So we can only recruit a noble chariot. Man, that's tough. We might just need to go ahead and attack these guys then. We'll charge them and hopefully destroy them in this next battle, guys. Tech warning, no. We want to go ahead and study all the tech we can get. So I was looking at these before, and some of these are really good. The armor works, for instance. We definitely need that, but also increasing the value of the ceramics trade would probably be a good idea. We just need to start building pottery factories in some of our villages. And let's see, we've got a power one as well. I'd love the heavy chariot, but we already have noble chariots and trained chariots. The spear and the crossbow seems quite interesting. And stone throwing engine. Now that we would use, of course, for some serious assistance against, well, in sieges, for instance. Thinking of doing that, so let's actually stick with the combined arms, I'm thinking. I'm thinking that's probably the thing we want to research. Could be wrong, but we'll find out pretty soon anyway. Alright, so actually it doesn't look like... Oh, no, they're definitely going to fight. I thought initially they were going to actually pull back. My concern is they've got a force there. I hope those guys don't start fighting us, because we are definitely going to be in trouble if they do. And let's hope that our nobles can take care of these Zhu dogs. Admittedly, we went to war with them, but they are still trespassing, so I want to see a major victory here. And of course, then they can't really threaten any of our cities. There go the nobles. Look at them running away. They don't like that. There's a lot of archers in their army, so I think it's going to be somewhat easier for us to cut them down. Here we go. That's what I'm looking for. Nice spear charge. Oh, wonderful. Leave none alive, men. There we go. We've already got some retreating. And our chariots haven't even arrived yet. So this is definitely an interesting situation. Let's take a look and see if anything's happening near B. We did send out some men to attack the rebels. They might not be attacking just yet. They might be taking their time. But it definitely looks like the Zhu are in trouble. I don't even see where they've gone. Ah, I see them. We still have to be careful. They still have plenty of men here. Get them, nobles! Kill all traitors! So now we're going to have to find a way to get enough money to defeat 2 enemies at once, or we're going to have to use some really good diplomacy. I'm not sure which is going to be more effective, but you can see here some of the enemies are already running away. We're hitting them with a lot of arrows from our actual chariots, and I'm hoping we could just drive into them with our chariots and finish them off once and for all. Looks like these guys are already taking off. Beautiful. They're all close to P. Now, I don't like this. They're close to our capital, which is really frustrating. And once again, Battle of Zedong again. And this time it's actually enemy rebels, just regular bandits. Could it be bandits? Certainly hope not. I think it could just be another force. There we go. All right, so our men are outside of Zedong, which is why we're going to have to build some men inside. If we're able. If not, we probably have to send this army back into the city as quickly as possible, because look at that. We've got more Zhu forces up here preparing to attack. I mean, this is incredible. Look at this. So we've got to get ready for some serious fighting, guys. And without a doubt, we're going to have to start attacking the Zhu head-on and send some reinforcements over to this area. So first I'm going to be attacking like this. I'm going to try to attack these wandering Zhu, I guess you could call them. And I want to see what we can do. Well, the problem here is that then we have to deal with those damn bandits. Okay, let's get something we can afford. Unfortunately, it's probably going to be peasants. And we know what happened last time we left peasants in control of an area. But let's recruit some peasant halberds. That's actually really cool that that even exists. And hope that these guys know what they're doing. I'm going to end the turn. But before I do, I might jump into Zedong and see if I can't get some more noble chariots. I think we're going to have to wait a bit. In the meantime, though, we'll build some farms over here. And I don't think we're in the position to build any sort of... how can I put this? We're not in the position to build any sort of roads because we just don't have the money for it. But one scary thing is we've got a massive Zhu army approaching here. I'm hoping we could take this one out, but it's very possible that we lose that northeastern city. Show no mercy, men. Looks like these Zhu are going to run away pretty quickly. It's these I'm more concerned about. Hopefully they're not besieging us this turn, but I doubt that they're not. I think it's exactly what they're going to do. We are sending in some, of course, reinforcements, but I'm not sure if they're going to get there in time, guys. So let's move all the forces into Zedong, and now the Battle of Zedong commences. This is what I was worried about. I think we can take the city back if they do take it, but it's going to be a lot of work. Just like destroying the rebels, it's going to require a lot of men to die, and obviously it's going to put a dent in our economy for a temporary amount of time. Don't let them in, men. And I think the enemy can definitely break in now. My only hope is that we kill as many of them as possible, but that's not going to make much of a difference if they get into Zedong, because they'll basically just, get new units. Now, it's going to take probably 2 turns of unrest for them to take the city. That's one of the positive benefits here. So killing more of their men is definitely better for us, but You can see here, for instance, our men are not winning this fight. There's a lot of our guys going down. They're losing heart. And the enemy could very well break into this city this turn. So many Zhu. So many. Looks, our men are trying to get there, but they can't. And the enemy has taken that city. This is terrifying, guys. And certainly sets a precedent for the future here as to how we have to deal with this situation. I'm honestly not sure. I know we've got to defeat the enemy, but how? That's the question. As you can see here, we've got a lot of rebels near P. So we are going to have to jump into the city and buy not only some nobles, but just some good old-fashioned infantry. So we'll take the peasant halberds. There we go. Maybe an archer unit. Why not? Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I really liked playing it. Things are getting really spicy, and that's certainly a good thing when you're playing as the Shu. But we've got to deal with this situation and hopefully fix it. I don't want to lose all the beautiful land we've conquered so far, and for this wonderful civilization to end. Make sure to hit that like button if you like this series, and share. Subscribe, obviously, if you're new. You know, this is one of our smaller series, but still want to keep it alive, and I hope you guys do as well. Thank you so much, guys. Take care, and as always, have a great, great day.